Hi, Taurus. This is your reading for the month of March and April. It is a general, so it will not apply to everyone. I did a general, but I'm also going to pull out what I'm seeing for relationships versus just general life or work or whatever. So I'm going to do my best to kind of cover all areas and you can see where it resonates for you. Keep in mind, time is fluid, so this reading may not resonate at the times I'm indicating. It may resonate when you read it, and you may read it months from now. So keep that in mind. So this was a really, really interesting reading. I know a lot of Taurus people, Taurus men, so I'm wondering if that influenced this reading because I got a lot of different stuff here. Um, the heart of the matter throughout March and April is the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands. So right away, and the Four of Wands was clarified with the Fool. Right away, for some of you, what I got was like an engagement, like like a dream coming true. So for those of you who are hoping to be married, you and your partner, that's something you've discussed, or you want to propose, this is the heart of the matter. Like you either want to propose, you're going to propose, you're hoping for a proposal, you want a new beginning. Um, and what I'm seeing is that some of you are waiting for this. Like maybe you and your partner have talked about getting married and they haven't done it yet, and you're waiting and waiting and wondering when they're going to do it. For others, you're wondering when you're going to do it, and then and trying to maybe worried that the proposal won't it won't go your way. Maybe you haven't discussed it with your partner and you have no idea if they're going to accept. And then for others of you, this was a really, I don't usually get this in my general readings. I get it in my personal, but I'm getting a big, like, kind of spiritual overtone here. Of course, tarot is spiritual, but I'm getting like some of you, it's like some of you know what you want. You know what will make your dreams come true. And you're ready for that new beginning, and for in terms of your spiritual life. And for some of you, you're wondering what that would look like what would the ideal look like in terms of whatever spiritual, relationship, work. You're wondering, and again, for others, you're waiting. So waiting, wondering, I guess it could be the same thing. um the obstacle is the Knight of Pentacles, and I'm getting a lot of like worry and anxiety around this. So for some of you, again, I don't know why I'm getting this proposal thing, or it could be a pregnancy too, wanting to be pregnant. Some of you are worried because things are taking too long. They're slowing down. They're not going as fast as you'd like. Again, apply it to whatever area of your life: career, spiritual matters, trying to move your relationship up, trying to have a baby, whatever it is for you guys. But keep in mind, we are in a retrograde. So the fact that things are slowing down is really not a surprise to me. It's actually to be expected. And the reason it's slowing down is because maybe there's something you're missing. Maybe, I'm not saying that, this partner isn't good for you per se, but there's a reason. And maybe you'll never understand that reason, but it's slowing down for a reason. Now is not, Mercury retrogrades aren't the time to act or initiate. I highly recommend waiting till after the retrograde to propose if that's what you want to do. And same with if you're waiting for one, maybe it'd be better if it came after, actually. And for spiritual matters, it's really, really interesting. It's like you're wondering when you're going to get there, when you're going to figure it out, when you're going to, maybe you're a tarot reader, and, I can relate to that because, I kept wondering when are my gifts going to enhance? When am I going to not struggle on readings? When am I just going to get it? And so, you might be wondering about that in terms of your spiritual life. But what I'm seeing is in the recent past, you really wanted to do something. You wanted to act on something, create something, but there's a lot of conflict around it. And I don't necessarily mean with people. For some of you, it may have been, maybe in terms of a job. But for others, it's like you're conflicted within yourself because you don't know exactly what you want, or what your hopes and wishes would look like the ideal. like you're not seeing things clearly right now. Things might seem foggy. Again, very Mercury retrograde, so it's completely normal if you're feeling like this. But I'm getting this energy of like wanting to push forward, but you can't. There's something stopping you, whether it's external to you or whether it's just you. I'd have to do a personal reading, but for others, it could be a proposal that you didn't, in the recent past, that you didn't know if you wanted, or maybe you're the partner of that person and you're, pushing them to propose or to have a baby or to take that next step, and you didn't really get what you wanted, and so you're stressing out now. But I don't see any need to be worried in this reading at all. The reason I mentioned pregnancy was because in your crowning thoughts, you had the Two of Wands with the Empress. So for some of you, this is like, do I want a baby? So maybe for the partner, they don't know if they want the baby, or they don't know if they're ready for a baby. Or for some of you, it's like, am I pregnant? I hope I'm pregnant. What path am I going to go down? And for the spiritual people that this resonates with, it's like, you want to create something, but you don't know which way to go to get there. The Empress is full of abundance. She's super creative. She's fertile. So again, whether that's baby making or making a hobby into a business, you don't really know how to get there. And I'm going to tell you that you're probably not going to figure it out during the retrograde. The retrograde is just to kind of go over things, to reevaluate, rethink, redo, reorganize, and to really not act, to just sit with it. The basis of the situation is the Eight of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles. So, again, I'm going to stick with this baby theme or wedding theme. I don't know which one it is. You've been working really hard to get to this point. So for some of you, this has been saving up for a wedding. I'm seeing a lot of pentacles here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So you've been saving up for this. Maybe a baby too. Babies cost money too. For others, you've been working really hard on this. So maybe you've been getting your body into shape. Maybe you've been, I don't know how to get ready for a baby. I don't have kids, so I don't know how it works. But doing what you need to do to prepare for that, and it's just maybe feels like a really long road. For others, again, in work, you've been working really hard at doing whatever you do, and you're waiting for that kind of that pot of gold, I guess, with that Nine of Cups at the center. But again, I'm not really getting a work theme. I'm getting more of a spiritual theme for some of you, because for the spiritual people, it's like you've gone within and you've done a lot of work, and you've maybe had an epiphany. You've maybe had a new spiritual beginning. Maybe you've opened up in a way that, is new for you. And so you're ready to take this path. But again, there's delays. It's slowing down, and you're getting really worried about it. If that makes sense. In the environment, I'm getting the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. And it was really interesting if I want to go on the baby marriage theme. For some of you, maybe you don't think your partner's going to propose, and it's a burden to you because you really want to get married, or you want them to commit, or you want a baby, or whatever in a relationship. And so you might be putting a bit more pressure on yourself than you need to be, because I don't see any reason to be concerned. You might be using a lot of strategy to try to get what you want from this person. And if it's someone else on the same, proposal theme, baby theme, you might be, or proposal theme anyways, you might be using a lot of strategy to try to keep this from this person, because maybe you're planning a surprise. Typically with the Seven of Swords, I don't see that, but with this whole spread, I don't see anything to be concerned about. If someone is sneaking around on someone, but that they're not going to be someone unfaithful, they might be trying to surprise you. So just, leave them alone for a bit. And yeah, for others, you are being strategic. Maybe your partner doesn't want a baby, so you stop taking your birth control. You're doing something sneaky here. For spiritual people, you're feeling a little left out, and I'm gonna expand on that towards the end of the reading with your oracle cards, because it really, really tied in nicely to that card. And I'm getting that, like, again, you're putting who. If anyone's feeling a burden, keep in mind you're choosing this burden. This doesn't have to be a burden. We do choose our own suffering. And with the Five of Pentacles, I don't usually see this, but in terms of the people that are maybe having a spiritual, empath, it's like you might be feeling lonely. Like maybe no one understands you, or you can't find anyone who, I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe you feel like the universe has forgotten you, kind of. Like, when's it going to be my turn? Like, I've done all this, you've shown me this, and now you're just putting roadblocks in my way. And, you might be trying to use a lot of strategy to pursue your spiritual or creative pursuits, and it's not working. And so that's in the environment, or you don't feel like it's working anyways. Now, the hopes and fears were interesting because you guys had the Hierophant. So definitely for some of you, you want some form of a commitment. So if that's a proposal or having a baby, whatever that commitment, whatever symbolizes that commitment to you, because the Hierophant is about conforming, social tradition. Marriage is considered that. I don't really see it as a fear. I guess you could be fearing you're not going to get it. And for spiritual people, the Hierophant is so fitting. The Hierophant actually is Taurus. It's represented by Taurus. But you are hoping for resonance. You're looking for something higher than yourself. You're looking for maybe a new spiritual connection, spiritual group. Maybe you're hoping to find a spiritual mentor. The saying, when the student's ready, the mentor appears. Maybe you're like, I'm ready. Where's my mentor? And you're not able to find that person. So that's really interesting. And you'll have to tell me if any of this resonates. I'd love to hear it. And the outcome is the Page of Cups, and it's clarified with the Six of Wands. So for people in a relationship who are wanting growth in that department, again, whatever that may mean to you, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, marriage, baby, proposal, moving in, whatever. The Page of Cups can literally be the proposal. It can be someone offering you something. And I see, clarified with the Six of Wands, I see this as a victory. I see this working out in your favor. So if you're someone who's trying to propose and worried, I see it working out in your favor. Now, again, these are general, so don't hold me to that. Personal reading, I could see more. For those of you who are expecting a proposal, I see that it's coming. I do hope that it's at the end of April. I did this reading. That card is supposed to represent the end of April. However, these are, time is fluid, and I just don't know when that offer will come exactly. But I see expansion. And I'm seeing it looks really good. I don't see any relationship problems for whatever Taurus is watching this and that this resonates. If you're in a dysfunctional relationship and your person has cheated on you, this reading is not for you. This reading is for some Tauruses who I don't see any relational problems, which honestly is rare in my tarot. I tend to pick that up a lot. But for the spiritual Tauruses, this is like a new emotional feeling. So that block you're feeling, it will be released. And it would make sense that it would come after the retrograde. Now, Taurus, keep in mind, Uranus is moving into your sign March 6th. But the retrograde is going to, maybe, it might not, depends on your exact placements. But the Mercury retrograde might put a lid on that a bit. But once that retrograde's out of shadow, by the end of April, life is going to feel a lot different. And so if you are at an impasse in some area of your life, I don't see it lasting. I see this, because the Page of Cups is like, it's an emotional energy. So, and I like to say new feelings. Like you are a novice here. So you may have this breakthrough about how you need, like what you need to do to expand. And I think that it's going to work out really nicely for you. In terms of work, that could be, a positive message. I guess it could be a love in the workplace too. But again, I don't see any problems for whatever Taurus I'm reading for, or whoever you guys are. I don't see anything really bad other than your own kind of negative thinking. I don't see anything blocking you. The retrograde, but that's to be expected. Now, your advice was the Emperor, clarify with the Chariot. I'm getting very similar. So for people who want to propose, yes, go for it. Go for it. Do it. People who are ready to have a baby, go for it. Do it. Again, if you're going to propose, I would wait till the end of April. I'm superstitious, but and for the spiritual Taurus that this is resonating with, this is all about the Emperor is like the king of all kings. He's like he encompasses all of them. He is the Emperor, right? And this is about not only taking action, but standing in your power. And it's definitely the green light to pursue things. If you're wondering if you're ever going to get there, this is the green light that you will. And with the Chariot, what that's telling me is that there may be some power struggles for you along this journey, but that doesn't mean there's not a victory. The Chariot, to me, upright, is definitely, you will get that victory, but it might not be an easy road. Growth is not linear in any way, I don't believe. And just keep that in mind, that you're going to need a lot of willpower and focus and determination to get to where you need to go. And I don't see anything bad here. Now, your oracle cards. I pulled, so the first one is a leg up in reverse. It's number 34. So some of you are getting extra protection in that department. And this card is all about, asking for help. It's about not doing everything on your own, not carrying burdens on your own, not being afraid of vulnerability, and that vulnerability is good. And, maybe a shift in expectations is needed. So, when I see that message in terms of everything I've been talking about, maybe some of you are hesitant about taking the next step forward, but you want to, but you're scared. And this is just saying that that's okay. That's normal. It's normal to be a bit afraid, but, doing everything on your own all the time that's not serving you. Like, you need to reach out and ask for help. For some of you, maybe that's just being vulnerable in a relationship. Maybe it has nothing to do with being proposed to or anything. Maybe it's just taking that next step in a relationship and deepening that intimacy. That could be it too. And that for the Tauruses that resonates with, that this person is a safe person to do that with. Now, I pulled another card specifically for the Tauruses who are on a spiritual journey of some sort, because I got a lot of energy there. And I got the card, the Tribe, and it's number 8. And I'm going to read a little bit of it because there's a lot here that I think will resonate. And, this is all about community and belonging and being seen and heard and understood and having like-minded connections. It's not only a sense of family and friendship, but it's like knowing your position in the world. And this could talk about a new group, like a new spiritual group, a new affiliation of some sort, maybe a new club for some of you. And within this group, it's like you matter, right? You're a big deal maybe, or you just connect with these other people. And when I saw the Hierophant and the 5 of Pentacles, that's when I thought of this card, because it just makes so much sense. And so for the Tauruses that are like, I don't have my community, I feel like that this is what Spirit's saying. It's saying that it's coming. It's not only saying it's coming, but it's even telling you to actively pursue that. Like, maybe you have wisdom to share, and maybe that's how you're going to find your community. Maybe you already belong to a community, but you haven't really shared your thoughts or your visions. or maybe you haven't recognized that those are your people. And, so just keep that in mind. And for some of you, this is just saying that this is coming. You're coming into this, and that's why you're feeling alone right now, but that's okay, because you're going to find your tribe. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it really resonates with me. So I hope that it resonates. Well, it resonates with me in the sense of this reading is what I mean. But I'm just thinking, yeah, I don't know. I hope that resonates with some of you, because that's a really, the main thing I'm getting in this reading is someone's feeling spiritually lost, and they're going to find their tribe. For some of you, this could just be, your partner, your marriage relationship. It's like this person is just your person. Yeah, I don't know. Looks good, Taurus. So I guess your overall energy is just to hang in there. If you are wanting to make any changes or growth in your relationships, just hold off. I would, just for some advice, if you want it, till the end of April to really propose, move in, do anything big like that. But spend the retrograde planning for it, getting excited for it. For those of you who are waiting for something like that, just be patient, right? You're really being asked to be patient right now. And same with those Tauruses who are struggling spiritually. I see that something really beautiful is going to be formed. Wait till the end of April, till Uranus isn't being held back by anything, and just see what unfolds. So hope that was helpful for some of you, and please like, share, and subscribe if you resonate.